What up, reader fam? Today I am bringing you a massive manga, graphic novel, and comic book haul. The reason that this is going to be such a big haul is because the last time I did one of these, it was April of 2016, so it's been a while since I've done that video, and I've been collecting mangas and comics and graphic novels since that video. So I have quite a bit to show you today, so I'm going to try to be quick about everything that I talk about, so hopefully I don't ramble, but if I do, I apologize. I hope this video isn't too long. Without further ado, let's get started. First up here, I have Tokyo Ghoul Volumes 4 through 11. I had a gift card and I went a little crazy. Can you tell? I think you can. I already have volumes 1 through 3 of this series, and this is a series that I want to dive deep into. And I believe this series is coming to a close here in the US pretty soon, so I want to be able to complete this series this year. This story follows this guy who ends up facing this event that turns him into a half ghoul and half human. And that's all I know about it, but I'm dang excited to read this series, and I know that a lot of people diehard love this series, so I'm hoping that I enjoy it just as much as they do. I'll go through and show you each cover. First up we have Tokyo Ghoul Volume 4, Volume 5, Volume 6, Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 10, and Volume 11. This one looks pretty dang bloody. Next up, I picked up 2 volumes of Bakuman. This is another series that I am attempting to complete this year because I have been reading the series for the longest time. Like, this is one of the first mangas I ever really got into, and I just haven't completed the series, even though the series has been completed for a while now. But I adore this series. It follows a manga artist and a manga writer coming together to create the ultimate manga, and it just really delves deep into like the world of creating manga, and that's what I really like about it. I know that this is not a series that everybody is going to go into and die hard love, but I personally die hard love it, even though I do have some issues with it, like mainly the treatment of the females throughout this story. I'm not a huge fan of that, but overall, I really enjoy this series. It's fantastic. Then I picked up All You Need Is Kale, which I am currently reading this one. I'm nearly finished with it, and I am loving it. It's so freaking good. This story is basically a sci-fi story. We have this like alien invasion type story happening here, and we have this army that's out to take down the alien creature thingy-majiggers. And our main character here is a little confused when he dies, but then wakes up the next day alive. He basically finds out that he's living in a time loop. Yep, guys, got some serious Miss Peregrine's vibes going on here, and I'm living for it. A big reason as to why I picked up this is because it's a bind-up of the complete series. Like, after I finish this, I don't have to read any more volumes. Like, this is it. I need more like this. So if you guys know of any more manga bind-ups similar to this one, I've also read the orange bind-ups. I just really like the idea of manga bind-ups because you only have to buy like that one book and you can read that one book. You don't have to buy like 10 million mangas. You don't have to buy all the volumes. So if you guys know of any more similar to this one, let me know down below in the comments. Okay, moving on to the graphic novels. The first few things that I have to show you here were actually gifts from Catty-tastic for Christmas. The first thing that she sent me was this box set of Boxers and Saints. I love me some box sets. All I know about this is that it's a historical fiction piece taking place in China in 1898 following foreign missionaries and soldiers. I also have American-born Chinese by the same author, so I'm looking forward to giving these a go, as well as that one, because I haven't read that one yet, because I'm behind on all the things. And lastly, she sent me Lost at Sea by Brian Lee O'Malley. I really loved Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. No, I have not read Scott Pilgrim yet. I know I need to read them. I just haven't picked them up yet. But I've already read Lost at Sea. Unfortunately, I didn't really like it that much. Like, just comparing it to Seconds, like Seconds was so flippin' good, and comparing Lost at Sea to that, like, this just does not stand a chance at all, unfortunately. And it's not that I didn't like the art style of this story. Like, I still really loved Brian Lee O'Malley's art style. It was just the story itself wasn't a huge fan. And the last graphic novel that I picked up recently is one called Compass South, and this is the first in a middle grade series that's a historical fiction series. The series is taking place in 1860, and we follow these twins, one a boy and one a girl, and their father has gone missing, so they go on this epic adventure. I don't know if it's like a time travel adventure. I think it's just an adventure in the past, an adventure in the 1800s where they go and they try to find their father again. I just loved the sound of this one, and I also really liked the art style when I was browsing through it online, so I decided that I had to pick this one up, and I'm glad I did. I can't wait to read it. Now we are moving on to the comics section, which this is where it gets crazy, because I have a lot of comics to show you, a lot of trades. So, without further ado, let's get started. First up here we have Act 3 in the Fade Out trilogy. This is the the final one. I'm excited to finish this off. This is one of my favorite comic series. I know that a lot of people don't really enjoy this series. I personally really like it, and I can't wait to see how it all comes to a close. This takes place in Hollywood in 1948, and we follow this film set, and there's lots of scandal and mysterious things happening, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of it, and it's great. It's fantastic. I really like it. I understand why people don't like it, but I like it a lot. Then I picked up volumes 4 and 5 in the Wicked and Divine series. This is a series that I have fallen behind on, which makes me sad because I personally really love this series. So I gotta work myself back into the series, get back into it. This series is just so crazy, so insane, so many twists and turns, so many unexpected things happen, and it drives me crazy, but I also love it so much. If you don't know anything about this series, basically every 90 years, 12 gods return as young people. They are loved, they are hated, in 2 years they are all dead. It's happening now, it's happening again. Okay, I literally just read the back of the book for you guys, but that's what it's about. Then I picked up Wayward Volume 2, and I'm not sure why exactly I picked this one up because I didn't love the first one, but there must have been something in the first one that just like made me decide like, I should keep going and just see if it gets better. Mind you, I love the art in this series. I think it's incredible. The coloring alone, oh, it's so good. I love the colors used on this comic. This story follows a girl who moves to Tokyo, and one day all these monsters just start appearing, and she unlocks this power inside of her where she's able to take them down. Then I picked up Gotham Academy Volume 3, another series that I have fallen way behind on. Also, this series got canceled, which is super disappointing because I loved this series. It was so much fun. This series follows a group of friends and the mysterious things that happen to them while they attend Gotham Academy. This is one of those series where the coloring alone on the artwork just gives me life. I don't know what it is, but I just love the coloring that they go with for this series. It just makes me super duper happy. Then I picked up Giant Days Volume 2 and Giant Days Volume 3. I read Volume 1 last year, I think, and it was so fun. I had no expectations going into it, and I ended up loving it. It was so good. It's basically just about this group of friends attending college, trying to figure life out, figure themselves out, and we really just follow their life at college and the crazy things that they get themselves involved with. It's great. Then I picked up Monstrous Volume 1 and Monstrous Volume 2. This is a series that I've been wanting to read for a while now, so I decided to just pick up Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. I'll admit that I was mostly sold on the art style alone because it's just so beautiful, so stunning, and oh, I can't wait to read it for the art style alone. So Monstrous is basically about a girl living in this world divided. We've got humans on one side, and then we've got kind of like these monsters on the other side, I believe. They're called Arcanics, I think that's how you say it. And the two sides butt heads, they're at war constantly, and our main character, I believe, is imprisoned by the Arcanics. And yeah, that's all I know about it, but I can't wait to read it. It's gonna be great. I hope it's great. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I have high hopes. And finally, the last thing that I picked up is this here deluxe edition of the Unwritten. This is a series that I started like forever ago. This is like one of the first comics that I ever picked up. I picked up the first trade, and at the time I thought it was a graphic novel. At the time I didn't understand the difference between comics and graphic novels, but now I do, thankfully. But I was thinking pretty recently that I wanted to get back into the series and to reread the first volume, and then I saw these handy dandy deluxe editions, and I had to have it because it's beautiful, even though they're pricey and I'm probably gonna go broke buying them. This story is about a boy who has a father who is like this famous author, and his father is just like obsessed with this world that he's created. He's obsessed with his own books, and then one day his father goes missing. And then this crazy rumor develops that the son is actually one of the father's characters that he somehow brought to life. So our main character goes on this crazy adventure in order to prove everyone wrong, to prove that this rumor is not true. Okay, so those are all the manga, graphic novel, and comics that I have picked up since like last year, since April of last year. It's a lot, I'm well aware. My collection is growing and I need to read these. But as always, let me know down below in the comments if you guys have read any of the things that I mentioned in today's video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure and go and hit subscribe, or go and click the little bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.